Hallå allesammans, välkommen med i Smutsen. Campaign. Aha, okej. Vänta, experience the story without distress, non-broadcasting mechanics. Viewers are very forgiving. Aha, okej. Det är alltså svårighetsgrad som var lite döpt på ett annat sätt. Vi spelar not for broadcast. Jag vet inte om hur jag ska tillåta, om jag kommer tillåta allting. Jag vill ju tillåta svordomar. Non-broadcasting kan ha less than many viewers don't switch off so easily. Ja, vi kör. Vi får se hur ärligt vi kör här.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
För vad jag förstått det som av det här spelet, jag vet inte så himla jättemycket egentligen. Jävlar! Jag har lite högre volym vad jag trodde i mina öron. Ja. You can use the number keys on the keyboard to select screen 1 to 4. Ja, det var ju skönt. Det var en bra. Nej, att det är skit som händer. Det är lecture. Och så ska man typ censurera, byta kameravinklar, man ska göra saker. Jag har ingen jävla aning. Turn right. Ja, trevligt.
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down.
Aye.
Underneath that, you've got the screens.
Okay.
On the right is the broadcast screen.
Ah.
That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's
Sisters
only a couple
Keeper.
of seconds behind
Vad säger
the master
eftertexter?
screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio. And you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer
Eller 1 till 4.
left. Don't worry. I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time.
Tack.
Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio.
Oh shit.
Set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them,
Skulle kanske kört story mode.
throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Ja, jag ska, okej.
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end time.
Sensor.
Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now.
Shit.
Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
My Salad Weekly och Crazy Nean måste vi ta också. Så, ja.
Right, won't be long now till the signal starts coming through from the station. Stay on
Okay.
your toes. All the bigwigs are in tonight because of the election, so we better not make any mistakes.
Shit, det är det här när vi startar om 20 sekunder eller? Shit, vi börjar bli in...
The signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me
Ett år,
prawn
okej.
every day.
10 seconds, everybody. It's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck you. Next,
Good
Titus.
evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good.
Yes.
It's going to be to throw
Perfect.
the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys honest Andy's
Okay.
independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular.
Skönt, än så länge så går allting uppåt här. Vi gör någonting bra just nu.
And a spoonful of sugar.
Vi gör ingenting heter det.
Chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of
Qua?
course,
Woo!
we'll be going live
Yeah!
from the headquarters
Det
to
är,
hear what the
nu.
leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic
Right, button 2 in 3,
2, 1, go!
lovely, mate.
Yes! Yes!
Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that glow globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Okej. Shrinks down and vanishes, the globe. Vi ser att han håller bli sminkad. Det ska inte bli nu. Vi avvaktar lite här, vi bara tar det lugnt. Tack Filmannen för att du följer mig. Fan, notifikationen funkar inte här. Nu ska vi se, shrinks down.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1.
Now.
Lovely, mate.
Oh yeah!
Votes are in, and it's a decisive
Fan.
win for advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused it
Okej, nu måste vi scrolla upp här.
and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to advance.
Det här kändes ju väldigt konstigt att man ska behöva ändra frekvenser mitt i allting här. Skills.
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play
Okay,
it too early
advert.
or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want.
Okej.
Count you into it as
Nu
well.
ska vi köra reklam här.
On the clock.
To hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy.
Fan vad bra, okej. Nu kör de reklam här. Det här är det de ser på kameran.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
Jag vet inte om vi ska fokusera på, vad heter det, egentligen någonting som händer här, mer än bara liksom typ
Wicked. We made it to the
Okay.
first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit
flumma runt liksom.
This next sequence is
Kolla
one of your
kompisarna,
most
segment,
serious
great.
because you're going to be cutting between
Plus, A plus.
cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb.
Okej.
1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most.
Okay.
So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting.
Okej.
3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah?
Det är världen typ längsta reklam på 1 minut.
Complicated as it sounds, you've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those.
No, I haven't.
Screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Okej. Alltså reaktioner, stanna inte för länge, byta. Det kommer 1 här snart igen nu. Yeah, Alan James is right. Alan James är reklam för Alan James.
4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
Get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
Okej.
here are the star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy.
Oh,
Megan Wolfe,
perfect!
correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his
joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear.
Okej, skönt att han guidar mig här, för annars hade jag fuckat upp det här totalt.
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say having you here with us is among
Kolla, nu gick ju han 1
Now
där.
just try and stay on whoever's talking.
your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the
Inte längre än 10 sekunder.
Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly.
Säg, jag är kung på det här.
I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that...
Kolla, jag bara skiftar, jag bara känner, jag är i zonen här.
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
Nej.
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last.
Jag tänker på att jag är actionfilm, det händer, man bara skiftar kamera hela tiden bara, oh, I'm free.
Man, you'll remember that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
So sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although Those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it,
Är det så här det är?
what is it then that drives you?
Oj, fel knapp.
Not easy to answer.
Nej.
Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed.
Jag ser att jag måste få mer här uppe.
That's how it doesn't it? Bleeding, doesn't it? Giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end I do it for the
Nu är det fullt här igen. Bra, nu gillar de mig.
people that I inspire. I do it for the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can
Been on that shot a bit long.
And today, of course, we're in for some.
Så länge tyckte jag inte. Jag håller koll på klockan. Det var inte mer än 10 sekunder.
What do you make of this historic election result?
Well, now you're asking.
Jag dominerar ju.
Election result, indeed. Historic is the word. Well, difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But
Kolla här, vi är tittarna. De älskar mig.
clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens
Okej.
next week.
Nu är svordom.
The shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock,
Okej.
is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Så är. Perfect.
Looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this
Oi.
time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I don't know that?
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
No, we mustn't.
Okej, kolla, jag är dum. Alltså, jag känner mig som en riktig jävla åskådare här. Är vi klara eller?
Jubbly, mate.
Lovely,
We're
mate!
going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate. Upwards.
Ja. Sakta men säkert. Och lite mer.
Need to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
Jag missar ju allt som händer på tv. Nu är jag här för att sitta på tv.
The sterility.
Perfect.
This is the key.
Bloody perfect, mate.
Yeah! I'm Australian. Så, nu släpper vi. Det blev grönt där. Det var nog, han flippade ju ut i studion där.
You'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Clock on the top, där uppe. Jaha. Another ad, det gjorde vi här. B ska vi köra. 3, 2, 1.
Right, I guess I better explain how to
Boom!
deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen here is about 2 seconds behind the master screen. Here, when someone says a naughty word, the bleep
Naughty word!
2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold
Vi
down
fick
the
bara
bleep
vi var lite flummiga
on
där.
your keyboard for as long as the swear word
Okej,
lasts.
space.
It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear.
Ja, do it by... Det här är lite halvintressant då, liksom.
Master screen. Let's set it now.
Okej.
As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro.
Remember.
Button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Remember
damn.
to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use It's on your keyboard. 1 to 4.
Kom, alltså det här är ju lite halvt intressant just hur man sköter själva studion. Nu får jag vara med, nu kör vi.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleed.
Well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty
Ha!
low-down southern...
Tjena cirkus!
against us, but you...
Det är bra, tack.
You saw right through.
Nu står det till själv.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. It makes me coarser than a granny's fanny. Coarser than a
Memorably
granny's...
put.
Nailed it.
But to be honest, who can blame...
Fan, det här krävs full koncentration. Hur står det till själv då?
Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team
You need a team.
that can change things. But today is day one of a new future.
Yes, a new future. Det här är lektionerna. Det har varit ett val. Jag sitter och sköter typ...
Should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They should
Yeah.
be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the...
Fan, jag måste komma ihåg att man hamnar i still. Hur står det till själv, Cirkus 07? Man hamnar i still där. Man måste liksom hålla koll på mätare.
Remember the
You
10-second
know
rule.
this sort of probably...
Yeah, jag bytte.
Because the likes of you
Att man måste
and me
byta kontinuerligt liksom.
in their gated communities.
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country.
Och varför det låter som ett eko är för att man ska kunna typ höra svordomar och det och kunna censurera och sånt där.
A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to
Censor.
And earlier today, we revoked your passport. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election?
Yes.
That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this
Jag vill bara flippa
country
runt som en jävla galning här.
into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
Yes.
Said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've
Raise billions.
That's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who have
Twats.
to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance
Fuck.
have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and
Yes.
your
Fucking rich people.
vineyards. We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends
Today.
Yes,
It ends.
ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents,
Full koncentration här.
I suggest we all get pissed.
Yeah, we all get...
With that, thank you for your time.
Nu är det bara ut med det här jävla fyllot. Ska vi...
Interesting acceptance speech
Då.
there from the leaders of
Pappa, peanut, bara. Tjena Marcus.
Hopefully we got that
Hur står det till då?
in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News.
Där, så, ska 7.
With full coverage.
Kolla nästan fullt till tv-tittare.
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate.
Jag har 1,5 minut på mig.
About to leave, probably won't be coming back. Job
Har du haft en trevlig jul då, Marcus? Jo tack, det är bra här tack. Det är fredag, man sitter och spelar. Ja, det är skönt. Och spela de här udda spelen som jag gör emellanåt. Segment fick bara be där, jag bytte lite dåliga kameravinklar. Challenge room unlocked. Okej. Jo tack, så allt är perfekt, det är så det ska vara.
When the program's finished, 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page.
Okay. Sequence A. More info.
Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You got a graph there showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking bunch. And of course you can really drill into the details if you want to get better at making TV. I never came here, never once.
Okay, all offensive words were censored. An interference-free show and exceedingly poor edit. Det vill säga att jag bytte kameravinklar för jävla långsamt. Jag hängde kvar för länge på varje kamera. Men man ser ju då, i sequence 1 gick vi från 50 till 58. Så gick vi från 58 upp nästan till 80%. Och B är ändå liksom från, eller 78 menar jag. Från 78 till över 19 då. Ändå så fick jag bara B. Och det var väl för att vi gjorde en dålig edit där. Det här var alltså första delen när jag sitter i en tv-studio och typ slänga på reklam, byta kameravinklar, censurera svordomar och ändra liksom frekvensen där. Men jag misstänker på att det här kommer bara explodera upp. Vad som skedde i övrigt, vad var det? Det var ett val. Jag tänker på om man behöver hålla koll på storyn. Det var ett val. Det var ett jävla fyllo som säkert var partiledare för de som vann. De skulle ta alla sportbilar och feta hus till alla rika. Ungefär som med vilket val som helst. Eller hur, Marcus? Vi ska stjäla alla rikas sportbilar. Det är så man gör ett mer jämställt samhälle genom att ta från rika och ge till sig själv. I'll continue då.
Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a client,
Exakt.
for God's sake, so why would you care?
Vi måste göra det bra för oss innan vi kan börja hjälpa alla andra. Är det inte så det är? Vi måste ju liksom... Vi bara, men du är rik, give me your money. Tack, jag stoppar det i min egen ficka. Och sen bara, men nu är mina lån betalda, jag bor bra, jag kör en flådig bil. Fuck you, säger man till alla andra. Okej, financial report. You have received a small bonus. Och min nuvarande rikedom är broke as poor. Ungefär som IRL ändå. Nej, jag ska inte klaga. I år har det varit rätt bra med löneökningar från företag jag jobbar på ändå. Jag får ge full cred till chefen och ledningsgruppen och min företag som jag jobbar på ändå. Det var så mycket att mig till och med jag vet inte shares, alltså är det de som typ äger studio eller tv-bloggar. Vi hoppar väl in här, det är dag 2. Man behöver mycket koncentration här när man spelar, märkte jag, för att ändå göra det bra ifrån sig med.
This is the last page and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
What the boss thinks. Okej, det är fullt hjärta. World, pil upp antar där det är. On the globe.
Alright mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections, broadcast, rushes and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
In a few moments we'll be going live to tonight's
Alltså det här var det jag gjorde.
Before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1 at 7 o'clock.
The election win that experts said...
Okej, vi bara låg kvar här i början. Det var därför det inte var så himla jättesvårt. Och så bytte vi perfekt där. Och sen hela den här, då satt ju han och så bara kom vi tillbaka. Bla 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 bla. Då var valet till slut. Bla 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 bla. 8 spel, jag kan inte köra. Och sen körde vi reklam efter det. Han som gjorde reklam för sig själv. Okej, back. Det här var ju fucking skitbra. Bra. Back!
Click on rushes and let's have a look at those.
Okej, what the fuck is rushes då?
This is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The
Four
screens
screens.
They're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go. And when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Ja, vi bara laddar in för att kunna.
Apparently, he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's alive.
Yeah,
Is he in the bed?
back, whatever. Continue. Så, det är ungefär jag. Det är en puppet master. Jag sitter som en jävla docka, bara sköter, försöker göra allt. Yes! Nej, jag tror unaccepted form. Jag tyckte det stod unaccepted porn. Tjena jätten, what's up? You arrive home to find post on the mat. Most being nothing more than a usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets better of you. Okay. It's a form of a new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. Your name, Alex Winston. Your spouse, Sam Winston. Your children, Charles Winston and Susie Winston. Ja, god jul och så vidare. Ja, härligt. God jul, gott nytt och allt sånt där. Det här är sista streamen för året. Oh, yeah! Well. Så. Upon starting a new job, you would befriend and introduce yourself to your new co-workers, be productive and get work immediately. Erase yourself. Ease yourself in orient yourself in your new workplace, reminiscence with friends. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that... Hur är läget då, by the way? Take a home, confident from a no, a file of minor importance gone missing. You would... Cover up the violation. Going Trump. Nej, inte rapportera. En golare har ingen polare. Så är det bara. Jodå, det är bra faktiskt. Vi är friska och krya här och det är skönt att vara lite extra ledigt om man säger. Cover up the violations. Snitches get stitches. Precis, en golare är ingen polare. An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss put in place new targets are significantly higher than the previous ones. You would leave work on time. Stay late, ensure leave work early and head to the pub and chat about changes with colleagues. Redo att chanka alla. Det var oss. Hur många säsonger var det i oss? Var det typ... Var det 7 säsonger eller var det något sånt där? 6. För då har jag för mig typ... Jag tyckte att säsongsavslutningen på 3 eller något sånt där. Är det inte då någon blir utsläppt och typ sitter i någon park eller whatever? Jag tyckte det var en perfekt säsongsavslutning. Då trodde jag serien skulle vara slut. Men då hade ju den här jävla tv-boxen och bara, eller DVD-boxen och bara, vänta nu. Det är ju 3 säsonger till. Dylan. Han har väl gått ur tiden, va? Eller så har jag blandat ihop den där. Okej. Okay. In the annual company barbecue, you and your family have been invited. You are looking forward. Are washing your hair that day. Go if you're free, but wouldn't mind missing it. Beacher, han bara precis. Jag var ute någon vecka och sen in igen, misär. Precis. You had a long successful career, now you're about to retire. In your speech you list. Refuse to attend. Yes, that's how it's done. In your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like listening to music and making models. No, nerd. Attend political rallies and stand up for what you believe in. Jag är för lat för det där. Encourage and support your children with their hobbies. Play in your local... okej då. Your ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by natural beauty, getting away from the strangers, exploring somewhere unfamiliar, discovering experience. Theme park bursting with thrills, attraction for theme park, som är ändå för lite kul. Nu är Marcus på YouTube. Tjena Marcus på YouTube. What's up? Det är spännande här. Hur är läget då? Keeps people free. Sign your name. A family matter. Hoppas allt är bra med dig, Marcus. Men det är ju manligt fängelse ju. Det är alltså oss ett manligt fängelse. Ena fångväktaren är ju Sopranos fru. Du kommer inte ihåg vad hon heter. Men sådär. Så det är manligt fängelse. Du är norsk. Jag är norsk. Ja, men det spelar väl ingen roll. Jag antar att du förstår svenska bättre än vad jag förstår norska, hoppas jag på. Nu kommer ju geten bli galen här kanske. A family matter. It's late. Sam and kids have gone to bed. He's just trying on my favorite cover. A knock on the window. There's a garden. They're in the garden clutching a body neon green suitcase. Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit in the kitchen table. Okay. I'm sorry for what's going on. Whatever. Jag försöker bara... Du förstår lite bara, okej. Det är helt okej. Jag förstår också bara lite norska, så vi är ungefär på samma nivå. Min nuvarande rikedom är broke ass poor. Tack för att du följer mig. Jag måste ändra YouTubes notifikationer när de följer mig. Not for broadcast. Själva spelet i sig är att man sitter i en tv-studio, byter kameravinklar, censurerar svordomar, ändrar frekvenser, spelar reklam när det behövs att göra det och så vidare. Jag har typ spelat en dag här. Taking people's hard money. Vänta. You must have seen all this crazy advanced stuff. The Assets and Wealth Act, they're calling it taking people's hard money to fund the lazy. I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have a stupid money. Chris has to live, but they can afford it. People like me, we're going to lose everything. But taking from the rich to help the poor doesn't sound so bad. That's how I'm not sure. Whatever. We're going to take everything, Alex. Everything I've spent my life building. I can't let that happen. I need to borrow your passport. Nu, han ska skälla min... jag vill bara komma in och sitta i tv-studion igen. Det är lite, nu är det liksom faktiskt lite story här. Det verkar som att en familjemedlem inte gillar den nya regeringen som blev tillsatt dag 1 i min tv-studio. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe. Självklart, allt handlar om pengar. Okej. It's upstairs in the safe. Let me go get it. You can take... Okej. Vi hjälper han fly landet. Alltid. What's going on? Han vill sno min identitet. Allt handlar om pengar, så är det. Han vill sno min identitet. Eller han vill sno mitt pass så att han kan fly landet med min identitet. What are you doing in safe? To get out of the country. Nej. Vi ljuger till min fru, precis som en bra man. Good luck for me. It's against the law. You just have to accept it. No. You head to bed hoping you can pry some of the duvet away from Sam without waking up. Så bra. Var det första jag insåg att Skåneflaggan Norge hade samma flagga så tydligen är ju ofrivillig norsk nazist. Shit happens, geten. Shit happens. Nu är vi tillbaka, nu. Och just det, nu måste vi titta här. Yeah! Nu är det typ världens längsta så här eftertext där. Ja, okej. Okej, adverts. Should we play? Is this toy safe? Who cares? Oj, då spelar vi Mr. Snugglehugs. Advanced Go-Getters. Och Crazy Neil. Alan James, han får lite... Sådär, bra. Så jag bara kastar lappen på golvet. Det är ungefär så som jag gör IRL. Yes. Tack så mycket, Marcus. Simma lugnt. Ha det bra. Kanske inte det mest exalterade spelet, jag har ingen aning. Men varje fredag spelar jag ett nytt spel, så du är alltid välkommen att titta in, och så streamar jag 4 gånger till i veckan. Så det är bara att hålla utkik om du vill titta på mig. Eller så tittar du på mina kanaler, serier som klipps upp i episoder typ. Ha det fantastiskt under bra. Gott nytt år på det. Gott nytt, gott nytt! Oj!
Theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon.
Okej.
Everybody,
Not the best source of consumer advice then.
don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4.
Okej, nu vet jag inte. Nu ska vi försöka göra det här på egen hand.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be
Nu kör vi A.
future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the country's wealth creators in a state of unfavorable rumblings already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my guess whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promise.
De ser piss ut, så det står det...
Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young
Och verkar bara spendera pengar, gambler.
becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington's appointment is a risk for the giant mega corporation. Sophia, as our regular viewers will be aware, has always been a wild child and has been romantically linked to several movie stars and sports personalities. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborgen-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's
Swagen.
recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flood technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the
De får vara glada då.
and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this.
Jag tänkte de är forskare, de måste se glada ut.
About the dangers their team might face. The pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have."
De här har vi inte börjat leka med nu.
Playing the field, rumors abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs.
Vi måste ta spian här ju. Kolla nu när tittarna går ner här.
As reported by this very program. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have
Jag fick mer tittare.
too much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner. And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to...
Vi väljer gänget här bara. Boah!
Could this be exactly the
Boah,
right
boah!
time for Advance's new approach? All that, a mega move for the group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act
Okej, men
firsthand.
3.
They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Perfekt övergång! Oj! Shit, nu är det frekvens. Och så ska vi upp lite här. Och så ska vi bara dra ihop den lite. Inåt frekvensen här. I'm poor. Okej, nu släpper vi den. Vad ska vi göra nu? Jag var lite sen. Shit.
Swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act. We're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation.
Nu.
But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves. We're just in prettier cages.
Yes, you are.
Confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no.
Oj.
I think that
Oops.
realise that the current economic system...
Ja, du tappade lite tittare.
...unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right.
Okej. Censurera. Jag ska bara censurera svordomar.
Sterile and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only
Orgy.
the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie,
Hela handen som en svordom. Ja då.
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world
De tog bort hans bok, såg ni det?
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well...
Jag bara sitter och flashar knappar här.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded...
Bollocks var tydligen en svordom som man inte fick ha.
From seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal...
Man ska inte ha kameran mer än 10 sekunder heller.
Based on the facts. Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is...
För fan, jag bara sitter och flashar. Märker ni det? Jag bara...
Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus and
2, 3 och så bara 4, 2. Fan, fick jag tillbaka sin jävla bok?
Like opiates.
Så ja.
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP...
So far so good.
...dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppets.
Jag vill ju göra så att jag även tjänar så mycket pengar som möjligt, verkar det som.
What does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
Oof.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
Nu är det snuggelhugs.
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my
I
life.
Sverige har vi en lista till 50 år som heter för fet för fuck. I England censurerar man bollocks. Skojar inte. Jag tror det är väl det här är väl lite australiensiskt låter det som, va? Eller? Oh, segment great! A plus!
Saying I'll do what I can, that's all.
Oh shit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
I've said I put a word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody.
Aha.
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
Mr. Snugglehug såg ju jävligt exalterad ut. All right, mate.
In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Task what they are calling solutions team. To move this serious social problem to the top of the...
Jag börjar byta kameravinklar för jag blev lite så distraherad av att det pep. Oj, då måste vi byta. Oj.
Every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face with the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country.
Och så får de en sucka däremot. Let's put some shrimp on the barbie. Ja. Det är dummare ifrån det. Oj.
There simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level, Jeremy.
I'm leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. The problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No.
Det är klart vi sänder ut deras lilla privata tjafs där.
Of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs.
Yes.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes!
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime.
Då skulle vi kunna sända 2:an där, men vi...
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure
Oh shit, nu är vi här nere igen.
days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't
Perfect.
be hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays...
Oj!
Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimp's escaped. Delia?
Oj, jag glömde censurera! Fuck! Bajs, cunt, shit!
As I was saying...
Oh, yes! Kolla!
And just to be clear,
It's a gimp! It's a gimp!
For the moral decay.
Absolutely, Jeremy. Box, Clive, back in your box. Delia, I really could use little help with this.
I'm sorry, darling. I was...
Åh nej, nu är vi här till höger igen.
I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your...
It's a gimp!
Whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility.
Oj, fel knapp.
White people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Åh, där är stängda! Vad är det som händer egentligen? Vad är det som händer?
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't...
It's a fucking gimp!
Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob.
In you go, you gimp!
And finally,
Okay.
tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, It's time to get to the heart of the
Hopefully uninterrupted.
Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for
De här blir gröna, då är det då man kan switcha. Det är då de blir bra.
He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else.
Titwank Tony. Oj, titt var ju censur.
Titwank.
Oj, fick knapp.
Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization, as you can imagine. And obviously, Titwank.
Tjena King!
Titwank Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me.
Jag kör ett spel man spelar. Man styr. En studio. Och så ska man försöka göra bra ifrån sig. Lite sådär.
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
It's open. Hur står det till då, King?
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody,
Så ska jag byta kameravinklar, jag ska censurera, jag ska
Big Chris. Little Chris.
sköta frekvens, reklam, you name it.
This one's, yeah?
Yep. One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news.
Men bara,
Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system.
då ska man se till att få mer tittare med på grund av pilen här.
It's inherently unjust.
It's open!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this guy?
You are joking. Chrissy Freebollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh? Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
För fan vad jag censurerar perfekt.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
No.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting
Skönt att höra att allt är bra. Hoppa.
Jesus.
Yes, we...
Vad fan är det som händer här?
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How does this happen, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our...
Jag ska inte sända det där egentligen. Jag var bara tvungen att titta. Perfekt. Bra. Nu verkar vi vara lugnt och bra här igen. Nu ska vi slänga reklam B här, tror jag. Bam!
1 minute back, everybody.
Man sköter typ en tv-studio och så... Ja, det händer något hela tiden medan man kör. Och man ska byta kameravinklar och censurera och man ska bara köra på här. Det fick jag! Okay. The music starts the underground podcast.
10 seconds, everybody.
Vilken är
Camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolf, and
Okay.
on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young
Då
people.
ska vi se, 3 eller 4 här då. Det här är...
Who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts.
Yes.
Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Jeff, algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Maths.
It's theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel...
Vilka jävla... Är det en familj det här, eller?
Poor kids see us. They say,
7 minuter segment det här. Herregud. Det är upplagt för att jag ska göra fel.
We
touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play...
Fan, det är mycket att hålla koll på, känner jag bara.
...troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah.
Och som jag inte får vara kvar för länge på varje kamera heller.
Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way.
Oj, så.
So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a
Det är bara typ 2-3 här för stunden, så verkar vi intressanta.
And brought it to me.
How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin.
Okay.
But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and
Fan, det här är kaos.
we're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of
Alltså, ser där.
friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day
Oj.
of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner. What's around the corner?
Vad fan är det? Oj.
What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist.
Gary the Fist.
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel
Nu börjar jag
better
titta där, gjorde bort med där.
Father.
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
Math is for losers!
For fuck's sake!
Right. Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch.
Börjar censurera lite tidigt.
Double lunch for me today, but why I'm only truly happy when I'm eating.
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free coat.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But
I can't fight all 3 of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
var det nu vi skulle sänka ner ljud? Undrar vad det där betyder.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face.
Det blev 2 extra.
And you could be me.
Or you could be
Life can be cheeky if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be main.
Jag bara flashar runt.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Oh yeah. Okej, du.
Hey, listen up. I
I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner, he had to wait.
Oj. Where's my dinner, woman?
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Don't ask me again, woman.
Hating women is wrong.
Nah.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate. Life can be peachy. Yeah.
Oj. Jag kan inte zooma in någonting. Jag kan bara byta kameravinklar.
It's your choice to be me. It's my choice. So stop make a different choice.
Yes!
Ja, jag gjorde inte så jättebra ifrån mig där.
That's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News.
Men det var
Join
skönt.
us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Så, nu kör vi reklam igen.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I believe about an adequate paycheck.
I believe I got a 14-inch cock.
Please get these twats out of my studio.
While keeping us informed of all the ups and downs to help make things
Ja. Väldigt udda spel här, men det är rätt skönt. Continue. Broadcast complete. Continue. B bara. Okej. Kolla, gud vad vi tappar tittare där. Vad gjorde jag där under den här lilla stunden då? Här höll jag bara på att flumma runt i sektion B för att det var så jävla då. Adequately edited and interference-free show. Some rude words were broadcasted. You have received your full wages! Jag säger, förra fick jag i bonus. Broadcast... Aha! RS aktiekurs ner. Okej. Nu förstår jag hur det är. Okej, de ser bra på mig. För Channel 1, Brock. Vad är det? Förbjuda folate streamen. Jag vet inte vad är folate för något, geten. Jag är tillbaka. A late night. In Denver. You get to the theater slightly early and Sam already there waiting, dressed in the nines. You smile widely as you join hands and take your seats in the private box. Vi har förbjudet! Nej! The tickets arrived in your doormat on Monday with a typed thank you for Chris. You get your passport back soon enough, apparently. The show returns to your usual taste, a pretentious opera in a language you know for a fact that Chris doesn't speak either. Abandoned på engelska. Yeah. It sounds awful. But, how many bows do these people need? You stand in line to get your coats and Sam has you in creases with your hilarious impression of the conductor arms. The couple in front of you are talking about the relocation of people who couldn't pay the new tax bill. It sounds awful. When you get home, you're still laughing at Sam, heads upstairs to shower before bed. You notice your 14-year-old son is at home, and there is a note in the kitchen table in his almost illegible scrawl. It says he's at his friend's house. He'll be home soon. Vi behöver ingen disciplin på mina barn. It's one night. He's got to start taking responsibility for his own decisions sometime. Den här filmen, Maggan. Jag är alltid snäll. Han fick kol. Nej du. Jag är alltid snäll. Mina barn gillar mig. Och min fru gillar mig. Om du kollar i min frus telefon så heter jag plånboken där. Det är därför hon gillar mig. Jo då, jag fick julklappar. Hoppas du fick någonting trevligt själv. Jag fick ett pussel. Jag gillar att lägga pussel. Jag är lite töntig sådär ibland, nördig. Vad fick jag mer för något? Jag fick strumpor och underkläder. Jag fick lite choklad. Vad fick jag mer för något? Lite så här duschkräm, så annat trams. Sådär. Misk på rumpan. De har ingen val. Du är snäll när du sover. Då jag tror jag nog är hemskt eftersom de säger att jag snarkar, vilket jag vet är fake news. Så ja. Luktar illa. You know it. Det är väl efter att jag fått smisk på rumpan de tycker att jag luktar illa för jag gör nummer 2 på mig. It's gotta start taking responsibility. Yep. What the worst that could happen. Han är ute och sparkar lyktstolpar eller knivmördar någon. Skål. Häftig musik för någon som skippar skolan. Your family answering machine crackle into life. Who could be calling while you're supposed to at work? Garlic is not a perfume. I'm sure it's a perfectly reasonable explanation, but he wasn't in school today. I'd like to remind you we do require all absence to be authorized in advance or in exceptional circumstances for parents to ring first thing in the morning. Okej, dag 42. A gentle reminder. Det är så skönt här. Du köpte Elden Ring som julklapp till dig själv. Just det, år direkt köpte jag ingen så här julklapp till mig själv. Jo, det gjorde jag förresten. Den har inte kommit ännu bara. Får se när den kommer. Kan jag visa upp den på Discord eller något sånt. You're leafing through the pile of accumulated posts. Each new build pulls you on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes your pause. Recognizing the teal advance slogan in the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston resident, this is your second reminder letter regarding the assets and wealth redemption scheme. Please submit your passports to your nearest government office as soon as possible in order to register for the scheme. You cannot receive your share of the national rebate without submitting these documents. We work as a team and we reward as a team. Forwards together. Chris is safe, that's all that matters, Joho. Det är rätt bra. Bra att du köpte det nu. Det ska ju komma, DLC:n kommer väl här i februari till Elden Ring eller något sånt där. Första DLC:n. Som jag är sugen på att testa och spela. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting in your dad's place. Across from you is Chris' empty seat. Probably a tropical beach somewhere, you think. Jag tror han är i fängelse. Det är därför han vill ha mitt pass. You catch Sam's eye. Will break into a smile, clearly thinking the same thing. Even without Chris, the food has to be stretched a little thinner this year. But no one seems to notice. You look around the room at your family. Your mother smiles broadly at you just like she used to. Yes, Pat, it's absolutely lovely. Sam softly corrected. That's Alex, Cassandra. Alex, Pat's not with us anymore. Oh yes, yes of course. And immediately she's back to the frail shadow of her former self. You look around the room at your family. Stay silent. Sam, is Chris not coming? You wink past Charlie and Meg reports of it. Chris has to go away, Cassandra, but everything is okay, thanks to Alex. You make a toast. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad you're all here. Well, most of us. There are murmurs, you know, we'll make. I'm not going to like this, am I? You joke. You know, me and my friends are planning on going traveling this year. Susie begins innocently. Fan vad svårt jag hade för det ordet. Well, I was hoping to help me money. You laugh. Jag skrattar åt något som tigger pengar. You chuckle as your 19-year-old daughter rolls her eyes. You wish you could say yes without worrying, but now that your mother had to move in, things aren't quite simple anymore. Only a few hundred, but I'm broke as poor, som du ser. She pushes a pea, trains are expensive. We make it work somehow. Current wealth, what is money? We bara, woo, spend it.
As you Heimlich the victim, I like to correct him.
No way. Tjena Bodda. You mean it, that's so great, thank you. Det här, nu är det ju inte så. You feel very lucky. ...72 dagar, a long weekend. Jag vill ju sitta... Jo tack, det är bra, hur står det till själv? Du har inte riktigt förstått hur man ska spela det här. Har du något tips? Elden Ring, som i alla From Software-spel, handlar om att hitta sitt sätt att spela. Jag antar att du inte har kommit superlångt. Istället för att... jag hoppas att du får tag i torrent, att du har kommit dit, det vill säga hästen-ish. Istället för att gå norrut mot den första huvudbossen, så skulle jag rekommendera mer gå söderut. Om jag säger så. I Elden Ring. För jag tyckte det partiet kändes lite lättare att komma in i spelet än norrut. Efter att beställa första bossen så gick jag söderut och då var det en cakewalk. Sen egentligen så handlar det mycket om att jag säger så här, om du utforskar väldigt mycket, kör mycket grottor och sånt här och det, så du hittar slumpmässigt lite överallt. Inte slumpmässigt, de är där de är. Så kommer du bli, din karaktär kommer bli överlevlad och då kommer själva trash mobsen bli väldigt mycket lättare. Men i början är spelet lite svårt, skulle jag säga. Äter lite godis och softar. Härligt. Så man ska göra en fredag. It's your anniversary, men jag har ju inga pengar. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend using the camping. You're not made of money. You're not made of money. Jävla. This is Mr. Boseman. I'm calling for me that you will be required to work this weekend. Oh, come on. What are you going to tell Sam? Money. Kissing you to grab the car key from the dish and start load your bags into the... You need this weekend. Eller apologize probably to supposed that you should work. Alltså, fuck the wife. Eller, det kanske man inte ska säga. Men... Ska jag vara en arbetsnarkoman eller ska jag vara en freeloader? Jag tänker vi har inga pengar. Okej, men vi säger det. Hon får bara divorce me, om man säger så. You're going to go, aren't you? The voice behind you make you whip around nods on a freeloader fast. No, I'm not a freeloader. Your family has always been your priority, but sometimes work has to come first. I wave gratitude, watcher. You unpack in disappointment silence. I'm far from freeloader. What the fuck? Ja, ofta är det så att man går på Margit för tidigt, skulle jag vilja säga. Så jag skulle vilja säga att man rider söderut istället från startpositionen. För att inte bara få kunna levela upp på det sen, utan jag tycker det partiet är lite lättare än att gå norrut, om jag säger så. Jag hade också problem med Margit. Väldigt många dödsfall där. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Join the advanced go-getters today. And thrust a form so I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after so you won't have to do anything. Advanced go-getter! This can only be a good thing. He's working for the community. Alan James is right in front of you. Some guys at work gave me the they can't go. Sam stands in front of you brandishing 2 tickets. Or 3 tickets. He's a character and be hilarious and nothing else. This guy's a nutjob! Jag ska inte bli hjärntvättad av honom. Stay in and eat... Bra. Vi ska inte bli hjärntvättad av Alan James. Han var ju värsta politiska dåren ju. Men där får jag sitta i tv-studion igen! Det här är ju typ halvt skitboring. Urgent response immediately. Blaster on the front of... The letters inform that advanced government has taken another step forwards in our fight for equality. By nationalizing the largest private corporation and redistributing the resources among the citizens of this great country, the partners, låter som jävla kommunism. Both program ensure the wealth created by the people delivered to the... In one of 3 carefully selected institutions choose by advance for consistency, high performance and financial security. All returns are based on public opinion, cannot be guaranteed. Eye of the Beholder Incorporated, whether it's cosmetic clothing or couture. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. You can't say pleasure without leisure. It seems even advanced can't defeat... yeah, whatever. Kan vi bara komma härifrån? Det känns som att jag ska typ försöka hjälpa störta den här jävla demokratin, eller på att säga, som håller på att bli galen. Tjena Crackty! What's up? Ja, äntligen! We're back in the tv-studio. The Tempest. Here we are. Hur står det till då, Crackty? Nej. När man hittar sitt sätt att spela Elden Ring på så är det bara att fortsätta köra på det. Jag körde med dubbla Halberds. Och jag körde mycket en hoppattack. Det var liksom det som jag gillade bäst. Ja, tyst på det.
Good evening, Alex. It's Boozman here.
Boozman.
While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've Tori that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully. But make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp.
Check your prostate!
Oh, how's it going with Steve? Why are all men such pricks?
That well, eh?
Apparently
Boobs, man! Boobs.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
Va?
It probably is a really awful date.
Tittar snöar med en pils och så droppar du in hos mig!
Personality accidentally slip out.
Välkommen säger jag då.
5, 4, 3.
Nu.
Good evening.
Åh, skit.
Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf.
Nu kör vi!
Stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol...
SVT's program.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we...
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's
SVT.
cave for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest
Så
minds in science...
där var bra, det var bra. Nu tittar kommer det här.
For the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers...
Operation Survive.
The team seem likely to attempt to find...
Inga blommor med svampar.
While they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
Spokesman Wentworth Somerset Bentley said today they've had
Swamp
the shirts off our backs.
shrooms.
They might as well have the west of it too. And while it's easy to laugh, perhaps we should all just be pondering how desperate the formerly rich are to regain their power.
Yes.
Fallen angel, notorious addict Johnny Hansleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly lacks its former glow these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health growing at an alarming rate.
Let's hope that the team at the Gentle Touches Rehabilitation Centre can help Johnny get back to his former glory.
We gotta help Johnny back to his former glory.
In this difficult time. We'll have reporters at the clinic around the clock, so you don't miss a thing.
Is his once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sports?
Yes.
And radical ideas. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a surprising new project that already has the markets raising an eyebrow.
Known for taking risks and bold strategies, could the adventurous CEO be leading the business giant down a dark alley or taking it to a new level of success?
We understand the Mobile Orientation Operational Borrowing Service will be a new international travel system.
Vi bara kör på här. Det är inte så mycket att säga. Det är bara lite sätta välja bilder, byta lite kameravinklar så emellanåt.
To the other, the matter of an afternoon. Geologists are concerned about the implications of digging a hole through the planet, while flat earthers claim it should be quite easy.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Åh, kolla! Oj! Oj, nu är vi här! Oj. Nu måste vi sköta frekvensen här också. Shit! Tack för att tjena Björke! Så, nu.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy.
Okay.
Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology.
Okej, undrar vad som händer nu. Undrar om det är inte The Gimp här i alla fall.
We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy and now upwards of 8,000 casualties.
8,000 har skadats.
On behalf of the nightly news team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan.
Här sitter ungen!
7-year-old son Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all. After what you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was...
Nu kan det bli svordomar här. Oh, no shit!
As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy?
Can you see me? Vilket jävla hån egentligen.
She's going to ask you a few questions.
And you be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehug's, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes.
Oh.
I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
It smelled like love!
Scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm.
Fan igen!
Like our cat. Before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehug say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehug was here, and she can't be, for just $89.99. And then...
Vad skönt.
And then it's the general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Careful.
It burst into flames!
Exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his
Hur står det till med Bjerke då, denna underbara fredagkväll?
embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. I know it's
Kolla hur chockad hon är på kamera 2.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And then with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing
Igen här.
before the darkness
Oj, nej, fel.
took you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
Oh, right, that's quite enough of
Timmy?
you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
questions,
again?
and now look. Oh,
Normal again. He will never become normal again.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Jävla fråga ställa till ett barn.
So there you have it, Megan. Just one of
Jag skulle definitivt titta på den här kanalen.
tragedy that has shaken our nation.
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Du sitter Peter i lite kött alltså, för att du har rökt den.
Is to always check for the new advanced mark, which guarantee
Men du-
level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this
Oh.
National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute.
Perfekt!
Sorry, I'm bursting.
Wow.
She's very good. Megan.
Yes, she is.
Watch your back, Jeremy. Women are coming.
I'm more worried about this water dripping onto my head.
Alex, Bolton, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board.
What?
Waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news.
Yes! Kommer vi få se tuttar nu? Tits! Åh, A+. Fan, jag är så jävla bra på det här spelet. Zero Death. Det här är ett spel som innehåller Zero Death, de är fan. Och No Hit Run. Jag är kung. Boobs. It's some used boobs. Det är ju typ värsta peniserna. Just det var ju någon prostatareklam här ju.
That's what it says.
Yes, I understand that, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
Förstår prostatapropaganda. You know it!
There's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us fry? It's good for the radio.
Vem ska in först här tror vi?
4, 3.
Vi kör den.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy.
Oi.
But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final. The first.
Ska vi sända in och tutta någonstans då? Kolla!
It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature
12-month driving ban.
Tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending. It's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on.
Still going on.
Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brain. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time.
Vad fan är det här för jävla skit? Oj.
On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shots number 3. All right. She's gone to start throwing under her legs. Not bad if you ask me.
Oj, fel knapp.
To Harris. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football, move back.
No!
That's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends.
Alltså vad är det här de har hittat på för något?
And of course now they go back to the starting positions as that makes sense.
That makes sense!
Striker giving it large.
Second round, double, Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. Apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite nice, and women's body, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. You know, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen out of the heat. What a brilliant move.
Jag fattar inte det här. Kom det en miljöpartist.
Excellent bit of play on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, the boys said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show.
Okay.
Sponsored by Remington Smith.
On my whistle, on my whistle.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. His genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket is knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again, precis.
Oh boy, cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you.
Bara parodi på sport det här segmentet. Ja, men han fattar ju ingenting, reportern. Det är det som är så uberskönt.
Well, that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course perhaps... And yes, Harris has countered with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles.
Alltså, jag fattar ingenting alltså. Vad är det som händer egentligen? Det finns ju ingen sammanhang här. Det här är någonting som typ galenskaperna skulle hitta på.
Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there.
Bröstet 2000. No shit.
A little contact caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now. I don't know what I can be doing about this.
De är ju tillbaka båda två här ju.
Some genitals fall to see. I mean, there's only so much you can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Nonsense is going on here. Yes. We want our money. Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters. Oh, jog on!
This is the mine round.
It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it?
Alltså, jag fattar ingenting vad som händer egentligen.
Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in.
Imaginary shot! Jag har ingen jävla aning hur långt det här spelet är. Jag har inte kollat upp det. Just nu så behöver jag...
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time if you ask me.
About time if you ask me!
She's juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she's spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From Striker. But she's in it to win it.
Harris's ball.
On it like a car bonnet.
Okay.
Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please.
Okej. Vi har 1 minut kvar av segmentet här.
Of the first annual Sports Board Championship
is.
Everyone! Wow! Alla vann! 6 timmar cirka. Dodgeball. Ja, men det är väl... Jag tror jag har sett det. Åh nej!
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sportsboard.
Okej, det går bra just nu i alla fall.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Nu var det någon jävla politikerreklam här, eller vad var det? Är det 6 timmar långt det här spelet, jätten? Okej.
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to
Ja, det är inte direkt att det tar kanske 12 timmar eftersom allting är väldigt skriptat på ett sätt. Det måste vara för att jag visade... Antar att jag visade lite för mycket kön som ändå var censurerat. Oh shit.
You're going to need a whole new lining up there. Triple C.
Minister, it's so good to see you again. Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant. It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right. Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
My, but that's a firm handshake you've got there.
She's tougher than she looks. Am I here?
Here with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet.
Okej, då förbereder vi oss på nästa segment här nu.
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine.
Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5, 4, 3.
Okej.
I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whinges.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
Okay.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping
Aj då.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some.
Jag antar att jag trycker på elektricitet när det sker.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look,
Okay.
This is me close-up camera.
Oh,
there.
so yes, it's kind of cool like that.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes.
Goodbyes.
I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last
Bye.
time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed
9 miserable years.
commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
Sounds,
It was awful. Awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't, or she wouldn't.
She couldn't or she wouldn't.
And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to.
Okay.
The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow...
Då har det varit pil upp hela tiden. Jag är nästan full tittar.
Are
you okay?
I don't know. I think it's from my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry, my apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got a Satkin. Can I get a little bit of help here?
Oh shit!
The generation might feel somewhat...
That one was massive. Right.
Yes.
This bastard's cool off.
The older
Nej.
generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and
Vad håller de på med här?
spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty twat.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight.
Alltså. Åh nej, fuck!
You really do move at a breathless pace.
Vad är min hälsomätare?
You've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you so much for being here.
Nu är det 2 här.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests.
Nu är det reklamstart. Du, det här segmentet var...
To all the winners at the Sports Board final. We'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
Fan vad bra jag var! Eller dog jag nu?
That's my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I thought the leak.
Se! Jag tyckte jag var skitbra i andra segmentet ju. Eller sista... segment, hela segmentet. A plus D... Men se! Jag tyckte jag gjorde skitbra från mig. Zero death. Perfekt. Det var lite tuttar och grejer. Det... Jag tappade på slutet tydligen. Ja, men det blev lite kaosartat där ju. Han började ju svära en massa av det. Full wages, current wealth, crippling debt. Okej. Okej, Channel 1, hälsa. Jag vet inte vilka det är. Brödkavlarna. Okej, jag tänkte runda av det här nu. Det här var ett väldigt annorlunda spel skulle jag vilja säga. Vad heter det? Not for broadcast. Det vill säga vad man inte ska sända. Jag vet inte alls om man väljer att... Jag skulle vilja se vad som händer om man tankar själva. Alltså, kolla upp det på YouTube. Tanke på vad händer om man sänker tv-stationen istället tidigt. Så här, att man bara skiter i det om man säger så. 31 januari 2024 heter Clean Up After Your Dog. Du gör musik. Hoppa bajs efter en hund. Låter bra. Ja. Nej. Alltså. Det är väl ett riktigt intressant koncept. Jag misstänker ju längre man spelar, du behöver justera frekvensen. Det kommer säkert fler saker måste stå på. Nu körde de in dåligt väder, elektriciteten där. Jag tror säkert att det kan vara väldigt kaosartat och grejer. Och det här andra mellansegmentet där det är text, man ska göra val, kan säkert på något sätt då påverka ditt finansiella, vad som händer och sånt där. Men jag skiter fullständigt i det. Så jag önskar alla som varit tittat och följer mig en riktigt gott nytt år. God fortsättning, så hoppas jag att 2024 bringar stor framgång och mycket ekonomisk frihet till oss alla. Whatever, who cares? Give me the money! Show me the money! Om man säger så. Men ni får ha det bra allesammans. Ta hand om er. Gör ingenting dumt. Som typ springer bort era fingrar på nyåren och sånt där. Godnatt och så gott. Game on.